I saw. There's 2 different frazzle drip videos that I saw. And so it was on his laptop, and the policeman himself was throwing up and retching and crying, and a lot of them just couldn't live with it. They actually saw way more than I saw, and mine was bad enough. A lot of them, I don't know if they actually committed suicide or they were suicided, but a lot of the police that saw this aren't alive anymore. The purpose of this is twofold: to bring up a demonic through the blood of the child. It's a witchcraft. The child's in the pentagram symbol thing. They're doing the incantation, and then they start torturing this young person that is, in one case, chained to a tree, and in the other case, to a bed. And the one with the bed had a doctor in attendance. The one with the tree, which was a 10-year-old girl chained to a tree, was out in a forest area. It looked like an area I'm somewhat familiar. It looked like an area I know on the East Coast somewhere, in the big forest like you see in the Blair Witch Project. It was endless forest. If you don't have a compass and know how to orienteer, you get lost as heck. And so it's some big forested area. It's not trees like on the West Coast. It's more eastern, where you see more deciduous trees and less pine. And so she's chained to a small tree, this 10-year-old girl, and Huma Abedin and Hillary Rodham Clinton take this girl, and they start doing the fire and the symbol, and then they start cutting her up. And in the process of this, they cut her face on both of them. The one with the bed, the doctor does it, but they do it really crudely. The doctor does it surgically, but they cut her face off, and then Hillary wears it dancing around the girl, laughing and giggling, and they're all laughing, and they take the blood and cover themselves. They're naked, and they cover themselves in the blood. Excuse me, it's getting me a little woozy. And they laugh and dance around her, and she's screaming, "Why are you doing this to me?" And finally, she's just begging for them, "Please just kill me." And then once they have the child sufficiently terrorized, which they did, in this case, this child had a lot of fortitude, so to get her, that wasn't enough. To get her really terrified, they do a seppuku in Japanese martial arts. Harikiri is the term they used in World War II. They cut her with a Z across her stomach and pulled out her intestine. And then, excuse me, I gotta take a drink of water. Then, once she was sufficiently terrified and still alive, they reach up with looks like some kind of forceps, kind of bent, very slender at the end, into the nose and up into jamming it up into the brain. They knew how to do this, and they each one ate half of it. Hillary did it and offered it to Huma, and she bit half of it, and then the walnut, as they call it, and Hillary ate the other part, and then the blood's coming out the nose.
Yeah.
Please help. Someone close to me may be connected to the disappearance and murder of countless children, most of them refugees or otherwise disadvantaged, all untraceable, all forgettable, and now all dead. He told me about a drug called adrenochrome that could produce a high beyond any other, and unlike those other drugs, there are no ill effects. Quite the contrary, there are substantial benefits from consuming it: greater health, increased vivacity, and a host of other smaller effects. Combine those with an intense sense of euphoria, and you have a substantial demand.
I hear the children's cries when I close my eyes. They're out there all alone. No one to dry their tears, hold their hands and hush their fears. No safe place called home. Tell me what we can do to help the children make it through. Give them a reason to live. Wake up, the child is there. sky, there's so much pain.